A sneak peek of William Ruto's diary in the coming Nyanza tour is something that is very laughable. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bold Analysis. I have taken time to look at what William Ruto is going to do in Nyanza now because my intention was I wanted to know how urgent is it? Is it a national government project or the president has just been called to launch a project that is being initiated by some MP somewhere? Because political analysts have been asking why William Ruto's advisors are telling him, or rather he has decided to go to Nyanza, and even Raila Odinga's place of Bondo, at this time that Azimio leader is actually intensifying anti-Ruto protests in the country. What will be his mission? It is very suspicious, but I want us to get more into that. Kindly subscribe to our channel. I'm reminding you about Sarah's last mile challenge we're doing. Is supporting the family. She passed on after 1 year battling acute leukemia, and she's been suffering she was actually on chemotherapy. She passed on 26th June, burial slated for 15th, and because she's been part of us, been supporting her medication, we decided to run a last mile fundraiser for 10 days to support the family and the child, and that's what we're doing here. And thank you very much for those who are reaching out. I want to explain this in details. If you look at what Ruto is going to do, this is what has been reported. Tentatively, his schedule, he will be in Suba South and Karachuonyo constituency on Saturday to launch and commission projects. That's what has been said. No project has been mentioned there. Then on Saturday, the very Saturday, he's expected to attend a homecoming on Saturday of PS Omolo, Raymond Omolo. He will also commission Sori Mbita Road, whose construction was recently revived. Then the president, that's road, okay. Then the president will visit Oriwo Boys High School. And what he will do in Oriwo Boys High School will be to launch some ICT, electricity, water, and road projects. There is no road projects inside the school. So if you look at it clearly, what the report here is, they're going to launch electricity inside school. Ruto is going to launch a token machine, electricity inside the school, and some ICT and water inside the school. I don't think that's a national government. That's not something that has been funded by national government. That's some CDF money. It's been spent somewhere, and it's just presidents just coming to launch. Then on 23rd, that will still be next week, the president is expected to visit from Homa Bay. He will skip Kisumu and go direct to Bondo. Bondo is Raila Odinga's constituency, rural constituency. Then from Bondo, he will go to Game. He will actually he will be in Alego, he will be in Nyanza for 2 days. Suba North, Suba and Karachuonyo. Then we'll skip Kisumu and go to Bondo and Game. I come from Alego Usonga, so as we are not part of it. Alego Usonga is the largest for people who come from Nyanza. Alego Usonga is the largest. Bondo and Game, in fact, in terms of the county, they're the smallest. But then what he's going to do there is, in Game, he's expected to launch Magamba Technical Training Institute. People who are there I've just tried to check. Yeah, that's also falls under TVET. Then there is going to be a computer lab at Mutumu. It's actually at Mutumbu. Computer lab. And then give cash to 5 schools for buses. Tell me, are you seeing a government project there? You know, it's a political mission. Now, giving buses money, giving schools buses, that's a role that I see MPs are doing, and I may not be shocked that maybe those buses have been bought by the CDF, with the CDF money, because I don't remember anywhere President William Ruto promised some schools buses. Maybe if it was promised behind the closed doors. There's something that is happening here, and that's what I want to reveal clearly. But before that, if you compare what I've read to you as President going to Nyanza and what was promised last time, just read, I've just picked these 3. Ruto promised to revive the ailing sugar industry and implement the Sugar Task Force report recommendation to list the struggling state-owned mills. Revival of the sugar industry. That can be state. Of course, if you compare what he's doing now and what was promised, number 2, improving mining in Migori, by the way, he's not going to Migori, and building a fish banda in Homa Bay County at a cost of 345 million. Is it going on? Has it been launched? Nothing. So there are these big projects. Then Blue Economy Research Hub, the maritime hub in Kisumu. He has skipped Kisumu. What am I saying? They're going to launch new, while what was even promised initially has not been delivered. I think it will be, we'll see. What did it be? It's clear that President William Ruto is going to Nyanza to politic. And I want to tell you 2 key reasons why he's going. The number 1 mission to go there is the Nyanza rebels, ODM rebels, are finding it difficult to explain the value addition in working with government. So if you check those rebels, Game is an Alego Songa and Bondo Chanda. So actually, in my county is where 2 out of the 9 MPs, 2 come from my county, by the way. 2 come from Siaya County. And I can promise you there is no going back to parliament amongst the 2. That one I can bet. Elisha, forget about it. Yes. Chanda even survived. Chanda was given a ticket last minute. Someone there. So, that's what's happening there. They're going to introduce. These fellows cannot explain the value of us working with the government. So that is why even some of these things that are going to be done, they could be funded by CDF, but Ruto will appear there so that they're done and then do some booster and make some more promises. Just want to go there and then make other more promises. The second reason, and that is the main reason why Ruto is going there. Ruto is going to Nyanza. At this time, the ground is hostile, with an expectation that he can experience that hostility. This evening I was talking to someone. Sometimes politicians are very strategic. He knows very well that when he go there, those people are protesting, and they're protesting my legitimacy. So if I go there and I am chased, what happens? I'm going to attract sympathy from the rest of the country. What is the script? And I think my fellows from Luo Nyanza want us to get this. We don't fall for this trap. Ruto knows that now Raila has charged the ground and the region is a bit hostile to the UDA administration. But he's going there now to see. The trap is I am chased or something happens, heckled. Then he will try to create a sympathy situation card so that those UDA supporters from Rift Valley and Central and other people then profile the Luo community in the wake of that. He's just trying to seek, he's going to a situation where, here, I'm not welcome, but I'm going there for the worst so that if something happens, I'll go home with sympathy. And I wish we've never failed as a region. I want to be very, on this one I need to be very categorical. We've never failed as a region. Whenever William Ruto goes to Nyanza, I don't think he's been heckled. No, he's gone to Nyanza twice. He was in Homa Bay, and Nani was not there. Governor Wanga was not there. The next time, the other time he went, he was welcomed by governors, MPs, and MCAs, and he had a very good stay in Nyanza, against expectation of other political observers. And so, I think he's going there, he knows very well that he wants to create that animosity so that it's going to take the narrative that, you know what, Nyanza is violent, or we brought in the development and we were chased. Those are kind of stories they're looking for. And I can promise you, I don't think that will happen. Now, there's some two secret things that are going on. And these are the two I'm finishing with. Number one of them is, remember the Piny Luo festival that was done? Raila held grip. He held control, took control. I'm telling you. I've always been saying, you can joke, you can second guess, but Raila still now you cannot second guess with Luo Nyanza. I think he's still the de facto leader. He's still the leader. So after, during the Council of Elders endorsement, there was a faction that was supporting UDA, and so there was some push and pull. They even went to court to challenge the legality of Luo Council of Elders. So what he's doing, I think that faction that challenged the Council of Elders that was unveiled by Raila Odinga, that faction wants to welcome William Ruto. So they're simply trying to create that. He's trying to get entry for that faction of Luo Council of Elders, because that Luo Council of Elders have actually been working closely with Owalo. The other third thing and the last thing that I think that will fail is someone should tell William Ruto, the Mount Kenya launchpad, what was launched in Mount Kenya in the last general election, cannot succeed in Luo Nyanza. Highways, what am I talking about? The tokenism. No. That cannot work. Because for the Luo Nyanza, I think the biggest problem has been the sense of we are not part of the national cake. That has been it. So however much you will come with all goodies and tokens here and there, but the underlying issue here is that we are not part of the national cake. Now you cannot compare that to Kikuyu, and I don't want to propagate a tribal card here, but the Gema have had a president, Kenyatta 1, Kenyatta 2, and Mwai Kibaki. So their presence in government, of course, by default, is way higher. But the region is a bit lagging behind in terms of representation. Now, that is the biggest problem. So when you still appoint the Kales in all these appointments, make Kales the chairman and in all these appointments, however much you will carry for the youths there, it's not going to work. Thank you. We are waiting for what the president is going to do in Luo, the mission there. I wish very peaceful. Let's not fall for the trap of being profiled as violent. I think this one we've always pulled this card of making sure that it's very peaceful. Thank you.